Hi, this is Barbara Jordan White, and welcome to the debriefing of the sample lesson on desuggestopedia. In the introduction and overview, I think I shared where the lesson was in the unit or series of lessons. I chose desuggestopedia because there are parts of it that fit with my personal philosophy, namely the caring about the student, their anxiety, their stress, and including music and art. This was the third in a series of lessons. The rest of the lesson, the part that was taped, was just the dramatic reading. The rest of the lesson included the reading at a normal pace. Remember, in the dramatic reading in Desuggestotopia, it is done that way so these students can listen in almost an ASMR way, or a very relaxing, almost meditative state. And when you're slow and deliberate in the pronunciation, it can help them, I think, understand and have a better chance of uh, pronouncing the words correctly. The focus of the lesson was on in and on, when it is a description of location and when it has a different, more non-literal meaning. The assessment of the lesson would have been during the group activity. You can see that in my lesson plan that would come towards the end of this larger lesson. And that was where, as a group, they hold up cards that say in or on and answer fill in the blank questions. I chose Desuggestotopia because I was having an extreme amount of stress over this particular lesson because I don't teach a language class. I teach online, and I teach teachers of students with autism. So that presented a problem, and for me to envision taping a lesson, I needed to do a teacher-directed lesson, even though my personal philosophy does like more person-centered lessons where the students are much more active. The parts that I think I could pick from Desuggestotopia would be the scripts, but I would like to see the students moving around more and doing their own scripts, small groups of students coming up with their own skits, lesson scripts. Uh, I I do like, my personal philosophy is to care about the whole student. I think it's also very important to have a critical view of the way our educational system currently works and its emphasis on assessment. Now, when I was writing up the lesson plan, I had some issues because my basic instinct is to say, in 4 out of 5 trials, the student will answer correctly which preposition in or on would be for the fill in the blank. And if you look at the actual goals of Desuggestotopia, which is to reduce anxiety and stress, I began to think, should I include a goal of, well, the anxiety and stress will be reduced by 60% during the relaxing reading? And I think that was just a way to explain to you how different the methods that were coming out in the 60s are from the ones that are coming out now, which really, really focus on outcomes, outcome driven. And it's important for us to remember that our students are people, and we need to care about their happiness, about how they're doing as an overall human being. I think this is important when you're teaching adults, but equally and even more so important when you're teaching children, and triple that importance when you're teaching students or children who are neurodiverse. Those students may have language difficulties in their own native language, and that does cause a lot of anxiety and stress. So that is what drew me to the desuggestopedia. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a blessed day.